Hi everybody, Monique here from Creative Wife Life, an impromptu video. My friend Joy tagged me on this at the end of April and I'm just watching it. I'm just doing it now. A homeschool mom tag. So here we go. Number one, were you homeschooled? No, I was not homeschooled. I did public school all the way up through high school, and obviously I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I also went to public school as well for that. Did you always know you'd homeschool your children? No, I did not. My husband felt the calling to homeschool before Riley was even born. I did not. I was working full-time, he was working full-time, all that stuff, and I just didn't think that it'd be possible or feasible for our family. But our circumstances changed dramatically. The Lord really worked in my heart, and now I'm homeschooling, and it's great. What are your 3 favorite books in your homeschool library? Okay, so I was able to pull these books out ahead of time because I glanced over the questions. So my first book would be What Your Kindergartner Needs to Know. Sorry. This book for me was just a great foundation, and it just helped kind of just give me a look as to what she needs to know. And of course, it's aligned to the Common Core standards, but it's just a whole lot of fun. And I still reference it. You see all my sticky tabs? I literally just pulled it back out on Tuesday and referenced it and have used it twice this week for homeschooling already because it's a great book. And I can't wait to order What Your First Grader Needs to Know. I can't wait to order that. The second book, this has no name on it, but I have referenced it in the past from another video. I don't remember which video it is, but talking about art, we do a lot of art in our homeschool. There are seasons where we do art projects every day, and then sometimes we don't. We do something else in lieu of art. But what I do is this book just has a bunch of paintings in it. And what I do is we go through them, we talk about the paintings, and then we end up recreating, or she ends up recreating the painting herself. This idea is where I got this idea from that, because your kindergartner, your first grader, all your kids, art isn't just about random painting or cutting and pasting. It is about that, but it's also about discussing what art is and just using certain terms in art and getting him or her used to vocabulary that's art centered. So that's another book. And the third book, I'm telling you, is kind of hard to pick because there's a lot of books that I like, but obviously this one. I reference this book a lot. I was really hesitant to teach my child how to read. I just didn't think I'd be able to do it, and I thought she would fail and all those things that we really made it very approachable, easy, and something that you can kind of build upon. So if you don't know, very quickly, we did this every day for months. We did a lesson every single day, and I think that's why we're so far along. We are in lesson 84 as of today. And then I started slowing down around December, January, where I started doing, maybe 3 lessons a day, and now it's a consistent two lessons a week. I'm sorry, not a day, 2 lessons a week. And then I've built other activities on it throughout the week, because if you don't know, it starts off pretty easy, and then towards the end, it gets, the passages get pretty long and tedious for a 5 or 6-year-old. So it's like, okay. Are you the only teacher? Does your spouse help, outsource, tutor, etc.? So we don't outsource, we don't tutor. For a while, she was taking Spanish lessons a few months ago, and then we stopped that. But yes, I'm the only teacher. I am married. My husband does not help homeschool in that way. I have just, though, recently asked him to consider kind of taking on her physical education. So we go out, we ride bikes, we do chalk outside, we do hikes, we do walks. She has dance class consistently every week, and then every other week she has a different kind of dance class that's run through our church, which is great for her, but she needs other physical activity, and I've recently just asked my husband if he can be, or asked him to do that. What is your favorite place to buy homeschool curriculum? Okay, since I'm a newbie, I am not really the one to say, but I will say that I love Amazon to death. Amazon. Okay. Number 6. Do you have a set budget for your homeschool? Yes and no. I may buy books. Like for instance, I have this is my first year, and I bought materials in August, and then I bought more materials again. I think it was in February or March, and I don't have a set budget, but I already know that I can't spend exorbitant amounts of money. It's huge, but I only really shop twice a year for homeschooling things. So, does that answer the question? Probably not, but that's what I have. 7. What are your 2 must-have for homeschool supplies? I would say a printer, a printer, a printer, a printer, and homeschool supplies. Let me think. I'm going to add this into the homeschool, a planner. Okay. Number 8, what's your favorite or least favorite subject to teach? As of right now, I do not have a least favorite subject to teach. Would be honestly probably social studies. We don't do it very often, but when we do it, it's so much fun and I end up learning a lot. Right now, we're talking about birds, and I have learned so much about the eagle. Number 9, are you involved with co-ops or homeschool groups? Not at this time. No, I'm not, but I want to be next year. Number 10, what is your approach? Classical, Charlotte Mason, etc. Oh, I didn't look up. I think it's Charlotte Mason. Charlotte Mason is my homeschooling style or approach, followed very close by unit studies, which makes sense. So that's it. So I am going to tag some people, look below to see if your name is there, and let me know if you want to do it. Okay, bye guys.